is Kristina Scott. She's a physical therapist, and she's licensed. I mean, she's a fully bona fide, certified, homogenized, pasteurized, fortified for sure, physical therapist. She obtained her Bachelor of Science degree in physical therapy from Indiana University School of Medicine a quarter of a century ago. She started when she was 2 years old at the university. I think that when you see Kristina here in front of you, I think that she practices what she teaches. Her background includes, with that quarter century, of helping thousands of people getting closer and closer to the fountain of youth within them. And you know, when we do our Congress, it's a balance of everything, because we know, even with holistic iridology in our Congress, that it's physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects. And so to round out a Congress, we need all of those things in our repertoire of awareness, but also in our education. And she has an amazing device. She's an amazing person. I met her, I think we met in Hawaii. Yeah, it'll be, I think, 6 years
6.
now. It'll be 6 years in the first week of January.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary coming up.
Thank you.
6 years ago. And she had this device, and I went, whoa, this is really awesome. We have one at home. And it really works if you use it. How many people have a rebounder at home? You have a miniature trampoline? Yay!
Good.
How many people
good.
use it? Yay. There you go. And what she's got a really, really cool, she started this in about 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago. She founded Fit Fun Young to help positively impact people's lives in ways of fitness and wellness and oxygen. So, Kristina Scott, everybody.
Thank you.
There you go, Shirley.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm extremely happy to be here with you. So what an honor. Thank you, Dr. Pesic, for
You're welcome,
inviting
sweetie.
me. My
Yes.
goodness. All right, so we're going to have some fun today. Is everybody ready? Yeah. All right, lots of energy. I have the privilege of talking with you today about cellular exercise, and we're going to walk through how cellular exercise is truly the fountain of youth within each and every one of you. So we're going to start off having a little fun here. I have to ask, who amongst you hasn't longed for that magic bullet, right? The ultimate fountain of youth. All of us, right? Or who amongst us hasn't wished for that stubborn belly fat or those love handles to go away and be replaced with a super strong core? And who amongst us hasn't had aches or pains at some point in their life that has prevented them from doing something that you'd love to do? What if you could forever feel fit, fun, and young? So I'm going to do something extremely brave right now, and I'm going to ask you guys to close your eyes with me for a moment. So I know it's the morning. I'm going to have faith that we're going to re-engage, okay? So please take a moment. I would like each of you to close your eyes, picture yourself, imagine yourself igniting that fountain of youth within you. What does that look like for you? Pain-free? Optimal body weight and shape? Vibrant? Youthful? Energized? Glowing? You're radiant. You have super flexibility, super strength, and complete and total vital health. Feel what that feels like. And now open your eyes. That is whole body vibration therapy. It's cellular exercise tapping into that fountain of youth within you. So today, this is a look at the presentation. We're going to talk about some historical use, actually, and dive into that a little deeper. We'll look at some key areas of benefit. We'll examine the cellular impact of whole body vibration therapy. We're going to review clinical uses and also clinical data, contraindications and precautions, and then we'll finish with some case studies and also some conclusions. Firstly, I am an independent representative for whole body vibration machines, and I am commissioned by Health and Beauty Connections, so I'd like to disclose that to you today. So let's look at some historical use, which is actually very interesting. So vibration therapy has been around actually since ancient Greece. And the ancient Grecian doctors, what they did is there was a bow-like instrument. And they took this bow-like instrument, plucked it, they utilized the vibration to heal soldiers' wounds. So they plucked the bow, placed the bow next to the wound, and they noticed that this stimulated faster wound healing, and thus began the magic of vibration therapy. Moving into the 1800s, we have Dr. Jonas Zander, who actually established the modern gym. And within his gyms, he used vibration technology. He utilized this technology to stimulate weight loss and also muscle gain in his patients. In 1895, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, and yes, this is the same creator of Kellogg's breakfast cereals, he improved upon Dr. Zander's design and converted this into a whole body vibration chair. Dr. Kellogg notes his Michigan-made vibrating chair was a magic pill that could cure any ailment that you can imagine. Moving into the 1900s, Germany discovered the health and wellness benefits of vibration technology and developed rhythmic neuromuscular stimulation. So here's where we really gain credibility for technology, and that's in the 1960s. This is when the Russian space program really moved the credibility of vibration therapy forward for good. They discovered in a zero-gravity space, zero-gravity environment, muscle tissue and bone tissue would waste away. Their solution was whole body vibration therapy, and these are real whole body vibration machines similar to what we have today. So they utilized whole body vibration therapy both before, during space outages, and also after space outages. So they literally strapped them in while they're in space so that they could benefit from this hypergravity technology. They were able to demonstrate that their astronauts were able to return from space in nearly the exact same condition as when they left. And then in 1969, NASA utilized the technology as well for a successful man on the moon mission. I love this picture. So here we have, this is Dr. Clinton Rubin, and here we have vibration plates. So they actually looked at how vibration plates could impact turkey, sheep, and rats for bone loss. And this image appeared originally in National Geographic's feature article of surviving in space. So this was a key tool for survival in space. Interesting fact. Many of you may remember the 1980s Olympics. The Russians completely dominated the 1980s Olympics. The reason, their magic bullet, they utilized whole body vibration therapy for their athletes, and they dominated. In 1995, the Russians were able to demonstrate a man staying in space for over 400 days and remaining healthy. Again, that magic bullet was whole body vibration therapy. So let's quickly look here at the 2000s and really in today, and then we'll take a deeper dive into clinical use today a little later in the presentation. But let's just look at how mainstream therapy it became mainstream for all of us really in the 2000s. So it started off really with celebrities and athletes. Some of you may remember Madonna in the 80s, super fit, and her key ingredient was whole body vibration therapy. It also moved into professional athletes, and of course we mentioned the success with the Russians in the Olympics, and also fitness centers. Additionally, physical therapy departments and rehabilitation departments began to utilize the therapy as well for osteoporosis treatment and prevention, and also neuromuscular reeducation for stroke rehab patients and multiple sclerosis patients. I'm going to hold off on some of this. We're going to get to this a little bit later in the presentation. So what is whole body vibration therapy? It's also known as vibration plates, vibrotherapy, vibration exercise platforms, and vibration machines. There's a lot of different terminology for it. Whole body vibration therapy. What's happening is basically you're standing on this platform, a plate. The plate is creating the vibration. The vibration is transferring throughout the whole entire body. Your body is responding subconsciously and reflexively, so it's tapping into a unique form of exercise. Traditional exercise is very consciously minded, focusing on specific body parts. Whole body vibration exercise is the whole body. So again, it's subconscious, reflexive movement. There's something called a stretch reflex, that as the vibration hits those muscles, they stretch and reflexively relax, contract. It's a rapid, fast twitch muscle fiber engagement. This is a big differentiator from whole body vibration therapy versus other forms of exercise. And one of the reasons why it's so utilized in professional athletes, because of that fast twitch muscle fiber movement. Because of this fast twitch muscle fiber movement, your muscles are literally contracting 10 to 20 times faster than they normally would with traditional exercise. Why is that important? It increases the efficiency of the exercise, so a standard session can be done in 10 minutes per day. 10 minutes is going to be as if there's a 3 to 6-fold benefit over the efficiency of traditional exercise. What I mean by that is 10 minutes can be as if you've walked or exercised for 30, 40 minutes, even up to an hour, depending on how fast that plate is moving and how much you're putting into it as well. So we're talked about how this is subconscious. So think about it as a reflex, literally. The knee reflex. You don't think about it. So you're on this machine, it's massaging you, it's all low impact, you're exercising, but you don't even really feel like you're exercising. So they looked at the impact of whole body vibration therapy on muscle tissue fibers. More motor units fiber, more motor units and muscle fibers are activated versus a conscious voluntary movement. Again, that's the subconscious benefit. It's also noted that there's heightened EMG activity and muscles are initiated both more efficiently and they have more force. Secondly, there's benefits upon the circulation and the lymphatic system. So we're going to increase the circulation in the lymphatic system and oxygenate all of those tissues. The rapid contraction and relaxation of the muscles, specifically in the lower extremities, increases the blood flow. What this feels to you as you're enjoying the therapy, it can feel like prickly, tingly sensations, just warming sensations, maybe a little bit of kind of euphoria, if you will, from getting more oxygen to the brain. And it's also demonstrated that vasodilation is observed. We also see increases in bone mineral density. And this comes as no surprise as we've talked about the SPACE program and its utilization of whole body vibration therapy, specifically for keeping those bones and muscles strong. But let's take a little bit deeper dive here. see what's taking place. The vibrations are causing compression and remodeling of the bone. So whole body vibration therapy is activating the osteoblasts, or those bone building cells, while decreasing the osteoclasts, or those bone resorption cells. So when you combine the increased circulation of the therapy, the bone perfusion, and better nutrient supply to the bone, all of this contributes to an increase in the bone mineral density. How many of you remember Wolff's Law? Familiar? Sound familiar? Yes, okay. So Wolff's Law demonstrates that in healthy individuals, those bone cells of an animal or human are going to adapt to those stresses placed upon them. This is part of the benefits. Preventing the muscle bone and bone loss. This was a Berlin bed rest study where they looked at 10 minutes of whole body vibration therapy 6 times per week, and they were able to demonstrate prevention of muscle and bone loss in total bed rest patients in over 55 days. So bed rest patients, they estimate generally lose about 3 pounds of muscle per day because of bed rest. So by utilizing whole body vibration therapy, they were able to prevent that. There's also demonstration of decreased fall risk in the elderly. Hip fractures in the elderly, what's very interesting is most of the hip fractures actually occur before the fall. So there's this myth or conception out there that it's the fall that causes the broken hip. When in actuality, it's because of osteoporosis that has taken place, the break takes place, then the patient actually falls. So if we can increase the bone mineral density, we can then decrease the patient's fall risk. And additional fall risk considerations are going to be postural control, muscle power, and muscle strength. And of course, whole body vibration therapy increases all of those things, thus decreasing fall risk in the elderly. So quick review, what we've talked about so far. We've demonstrated the credibility and utility of whole body vibration therapy with our SPACE programs. We've talked about peer-reviewed studies, and there's several hundred peer-reviewed studies looking at whole body vibration therapy. And we've talked about the benefits of increased muscle efficiency, force and strength, muscle and bone loss prevention, increased bone mineral density, the circulation and lymphatic system benefits, the efficiency of the exercise with a 3 to 6-fold better efficiency, and increased muscle power, postural control, and balance, and decreasing fall risk. Now let's look at 3 key areas of benefit. So we're going to categorize these different areas. Firstly, we have aesthetically the benefits. So you're just looking at body shape benefits and also core strength benefits. Systemically, we're looking at the circulation benefits and the lymphatic system benefits. And then lastly, we're looking at this as a rehabilitative tool, a neuromuscular reeducation, postural control, and balance tool. And then there's multiple subcategories of benefits for each of these. So we'll take kind of a quicker, deeper dive here and know that many of this is reported and published data for these types of benefits. Body shaping, tightening and toning, core strength, decreasing fat, both belly fat, and also there's data for decreasing visceral fat, such as fatty liver disease. Increasing our metabolism, losing weight, it's an easy way to burn calories. There's also data demonstrating reductions in fat accumulation and also body fat percentages, as well as decreasing cellulite. For the circulation and lymphatic system side, obviously there's increased oxygenation of the tissues by increasing that circulation. There's also kind of a little different side note, data demonstrating increased growth hormone by utilizing whole body vibration therapy, resulting in increased energy, longevity, and overall youthfulness. Additionally, for the cardiac side, There's data demonstrating improvements in heart rate variability. So we know heart rate variability is an independent predictor of morbidity and mortality. It's huge. If we can improve heart rate variability, we know that we're making a difference. And of course, lymphatic drainage, so detoxifying the body. Also, you'll see skin tightening benefits by activating that lymphatic system, and overall longevity and vital health and well-being. For rehabilitation, lots of areas from strengthening, flexibility. There's also benefits for decreasing pain. So if we think about the increased oxygenation benefit, this makes sense, right? So hypoxia is an indicator of not enough oxygen and pain ensues. If we can increase that oxygenation, naturally we're going to see reductions in pain. But there's a little bit more to it than that as well. With the movement of the vibrations in the machine, there's a natural massaging effect to the lower back, for example. One of our number one satisfied patients are low back pain patients. There's also data for arthritis patients, osteoarthritis, and also rheumatoid arthritis, benefits for fibromyalgia, and also neuropathies. Significant improvements in diabetic neuropathy pain levels. A 78% reduction in intensity of pain levels for diabetic neuropathy patients. We also see decreases in depression. So this is a mood elevator. And what's that all about? Vibration, circulation, oxygenation. It makes us feel better. It makes us feel happier. We have more energy. There's less stress and resultingly less cortisol. Increased balance and postural control. For stroke patients, neuromuscular re-education, retraining the nervous system and retraining that nervous system to interact with those muscles and restore postural control and balance. And how about decreasing obesity? Dr. Tai mentioned yesterday, 77% of the population is obese or overweight. This is a huge challenge for us. There's benefits with whole body vibration therapy and data demonstrating reductions in hemoglobin A1C for diabetes patients. Of course, there's use for the metabolic syndrome patient as well. And let's consider this for adult and childhood obesity as well. So, you may be asking yourself, or let me help you ask yourself, how does whole body vibration therapy have benefits across so many body systems? We've talked about benefits in the musculoskeletal system, connective tissue, circulation, lymphatic system, hormonal benefits within the endocrine system, nervous system, neurological system. I think you figured it out. Whole body vibration therapy is cellular exercise. That vibration coming up through the body results in every cell within your body shaking, vibrating, and getting stronger. Remember Wolff's Law. The bone cells are adapting to the stresses placed upon them. Every cell in your body has this exact same ability. This is how we function. So with whole body vibration therapy, that cellular exercise is going to result in cellular detoxification and rejuvenation at the microcosmic level, and also whole body detoxification and rejuvenation at the macrocosmic level. It's no surprise that healthy cells mean a healthy body and a healthy life. So cellular exercise, think of it as tapping into that fountain of youth within you, restoring yourself to optimal health and vitality through cellular exercise. So many different types of cells. It's unbelievable. More than 200 different kinds of cells, more than 100 trillion cells within our bodies. Looking at some of the different types of cells, and I want you to think about all of the positive benefits in all these different types of cells. We have sperm and egg cells, pancreatic cells, kidney cells, liver cells, bone cells, lung cells, brain cells, blood cells, heart cells, muscle cells, pancreatic cells. And the list goes on. All cells live in the same environment. And so if we think of this environment, basically we're looking at water and nutrients. We also have metabolic waste to consider. And I've added this special consideration of gravity. So let's think about the astronauts out in space, losing bone mass, losing all of that, because they don't have gravity. We live in a gravity world, and in order to tap into a hyperstimulation, we can create a hypergravity environment, such as whole body vibration therapy. An interesting thought: can our cells actually live forever within a proper environment? Nobel Prize winner Dr. Alexis Carrel was able to keep cells from a chicken heart alive for over 28 years, substantially longer than a chicken's life. 7 to 12 years is estimated. They never died. They basically terminated the experiment after 28 years. And obviously, cell health is directly affected by the accumulation of the cell's waste products. So let's think about the benefits with the lymphatic system with whole body vibration therapy and that continuous detoxification effect. Obviously, the more waste, the more the degradation of the cell. This Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Alexis Carrel, quotes, "The cell is immortal. It is merely the fluid in which it floats in that degenerates. If we can renew this fluid at regular intervals and give the cell what it requires for nutrition, as far as we know, the pulsation of life can go on forever." All life and death begins at the cellular level. Cells are capable of living and growing and performing and doing the functions that they were designed to do as long as we keep that cell within a healthy environment. Your lymphatic system is going to help maintain your cellular health for your entire cellular system. You can think of it as purification at the cellular level. We've talked a little bit about hypoxia. Well, hypoxia is going to occur whenever there's polluted lymph or waste materials within our body. Our cardiovascular system and lymphatic system, by increasing that, we're going to improve our oxygen delivery system and also our waste removal system. When oxygen floods the cellular terrain, you feel an effect immediately, and results are seen, such as increased energy. I see people get on the machines and they'll have more blood flow, more color into their face, more oxygen to the brain. They feel healthier, more vital, and youthful. We're going to do a quick review just of the lymphatic system. I'm going to kind of run through some of this, but basically, let's review. Your lymphatic system consists of lymph, also lymphatic vessels, such as lymphatic capillaries and collecting ducts, lymphoid tissues, so aggregates of lymphocytes to fight infection, and also our lymphoid organs, red bone marrow, the thymus, lymph node, tonsils, and our spleen. I'd like you to think of the lymphatic system as really a highway to health. If we can keep our lymphatic systems up-regulated and functioning, continuously removing those waste products, we're going to be super healthy. What I'd like for you to note in here is the extensiveness of the lymphatic system. It is throughout the whole entire body, even all the way up into the brain, as Dr. Porter had mentioned yesterday as well. Thinking of the lymphatic system really as just mirroring our entire cardiovascular system throughout the body. So in Eastern medicine, the lymphatic system is actually referred to as the white blood system. It's interesting. There's a little bit, maybe greater credibility, if you will, as to the importance of the lymphatic system in Eastern medicine. What I'd like for you to look at here is the lymphatic capillaries hang out in the interstitial spaces of the cells. That's where they're going to be collecting the particle matter, filtering it within the lymph nodes, and then returning it into circulation. So we've mentioned whole body therapy strengthens the entire body and our entire cellular terrain all at once. Our circulatory system, it's commonly known, that's how our heart pumps our circulatory system. Our heart powers that. For the lymphatic system, I'd like you to think of the muscles and the movement of the muscles as the pump for the lymphatic system. Some interesting facts about the lymphatic system: there's 3 times more lymph fluid in the body than blood. Our bodies are approximately 60% of water, which is some form of lymph. And all of the lymph fluid is continuously surrounding the cells. So our lymphatic system is responsible for maintaining the balance of the water system within the body. And the combination of our cardiovascular system is going to help deliver the nutrients and remove the toxins from the cells. Bless you. Our lymphatic systems are an accessory route by which fluids can flow from those interstitial spaces. It carries the proteins in large particulate matter from the tissue capillary. Those high molecular weight particles cannot be reabsorbed within the venous system. So we need that lymphatic system actually take care of those particles. The textbook of medical physiology mentions that removal of these proteins from the interstitial spaces is absolutely essential, without which we would be dead within 24 hours. That's the importance of the lymphatic system. Your entire intestinal tract is just lined with lymph nodes. And in fact, our body has over 500 to 600 lymph nodes within the body. It's a huge system. Researchers actually utilize lymph fluid as a measure of tissue fluid composition for that specific location. And 2/3 of lymph is really derived from our liver and intestines. Our lymphatic system does have capability of intrinsic vessel movement to move the flow. There's segments and valves, so you can think basically there's fluid and it contracts. And once that contracts, it moves up like dominoes, returning the fluid to the heart. But what we really need to upregulate that lymphatic system is an external factor to activate the lymphatic system, such as contraction of the muscles, movement of body parts. Even arterial pulsations will increase the lymphatic system, and compression of tissues from external, such as lymphatic massage. Your lymph system will increase 10 to 30-fold with any form of exercise. So what happens with blockages of the lymphatic system? What are some of those symptoms? It's a stage and a progression, if you will. So at stage 1, you'll recognize a feeling of fatigue and a loss of energy. I know we've all experienced that, for sure. Stage 2, you're going to have intermittent aches and discomforts and chronic pain. Stage 3, now you're starting to get into frequent pain and hypoxic conditions. And stage 4, disease and a continued reduction of energy. Lymphatic system blockages basically are resulting in edema, pain, and death at the cellular level. Causes of lymphatic system blockages. Yes, negative thoughts and feelings. They affect our lymphatic system. And I'm going to reference Eastern medicine again here. Lymphatic system in the Eastern medicine world is viewed as the mirror to our thoughts. So I'd like you to think about using the whole body vibration machine technology in concert with positive thinking and positive visualization. So you remember how we started off this morning? I had you close your eyes and visualize health. If you combine that with whole body vibration therapy, you're literally retraining the cellular vibration. Of course, poor diet, water, processed foods, pesticides, GMOs, drugs, alcohols, heavy metals, plastics, stress and anxiety, electromagnetic frequencies, even noise pollution and environmental pollution. This is the world we live in. So we're all constantly challenged by things such as these that are challenging our lymphatic system. So if I can relay anything to you today, it's really, please do something for your lymphatic system, whether it's something that I have or something somebody else has. It's so vital to your health and your longevity. Vital, simply vital. Anything that's unable to be used or processed or used as food for the body. So our body, anything that's not part of the natural food chain is going to be seen as a foreign invader by our body, and it's going to be challenging and stressful for the body to eliminate. Lymph blockages are basically those trapped plasma proteins. So remember how I talked about the capillaries hanging out in those interstitial spaces to pick up those large particulate matter, filter them, and return them back into the system. So the trapped plasma proteins are sitting on the holes of the capillary like plugs in a bathtub system. We've got to remove those for our health. Cellular exercise through whole body vibration therapy upregulates the lymphatic system. So literally your lymphocytes, every lymphocyte is stronger, it's more efficient, it's going to be able to get to foreign particles and remove them quicker and faster. In Zurich, they actually looked at human lymphocyte activation and demonstrated that it's low, meaning not functioning very well in a low gravity environment, and enhanced in a high gravity environment. So they looked at the lymphocytes in astronauts after space, and then once they returned to normal 1G environment here, they basically demonstrated a 50% reduction in the activity, the ability of those lymphocytes. They then took those lymphocytes and they centrifuged them for 3 days, creating a high G environment. And they demonstrated 200% improvement in the activity of those lymphocytes by increasing them into a high G environment. Whole body vibration therapy stimulates and simulates that high G environment, so strengthening those individual lymphocytes. You'll see benefits of the entire immune system collectively and also individually cell by cell. We've talked about Wolff's Law. We've talked about how all of our cells have the ability to respond to the stresses placed upon them. Whole body vibration therapy, cellular exercise, all of those cells are responding and getting stronger. Human endurance is a function of cells. It's directly related to the number of mitochondria that we have. Whole body vibration therapy strengthens the mitochondria, and there's also more mitochondria produced per cell. Obviously, the mitochondria being the powerhouses of our cell and lighting us up. Whole body vibration therapy increases mitochondrial biogenesis, so it increases the strength and the number of mitochondria per cell. Thus, you're going to have increased energy, increased endurance, and stamina. We've talked about muscle contraction, and just to note, muscle contraction, muscle remodeling, it's all very rapid. You can see benefits within 2 weeks. And I'd like to note, it's not just your skeletal muscles that are reacting. You're also seeing benefits in smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, and visceral smooth muscles. So we're going to pick up the pace here a little bit. All right. Body balance and coordination. So whole body vibration therapy also stimulates your vestibular system. So by having this vibration in this challenging system, your vestibular system is like, what's going on? Trying to figure out 100 times per minute where your head is in orientation to space. So this is actually a training tool and improves your vestibular and your balance system. So when it comes to balance, about 80% of the information is actually coming in through the eyes. So another trick, you can actually close your eyes on the machine, feeling safe, and that's going to be another way to strengthen and improve the vestibular system. Okay, we're going to move into clinical use today. We've already talked about the 3 key areas of benefit: body aesthetics, increased circulation and lymphatic system, and also rehabilitation from a pain therapy and also balance perspective, as well as osteopenia and osteoporosis treatment and prevention. How do you use it in your practice? There's actually a number of different ways. So you can actually utilize whole body vibration therapy in your office setting. You can use it to obviously improve tissue oxygenation, improve circulation. If you've heard of exercise with oxygen, this is another way that you can utilize whole body vibration therapy. In combination with stem cell treatments for increased stem cell success. It's used in combination with any kind of IV therapies as well. So sometimes it'll be utilized before an IV therapy or after, with the idea of let's increase circulation and augment the benefit of the IV therapy. It's utilized as a provocative measure for DNA and Lyme testing. It's utilized in combination with hyperbaric oxygen therapy, HBOT. And also at weight loss centers, so lipo laser treatments and things like that, they'll use whole body vibration therapy for increased benefit. And psychologically for addictions and depressions and releasing trauma. You can also just utilize whole body vibration therapy in your staff break rooms or waiting rooms. You know, the idea is just increasing morale, increasing health and wellness and happiness and just having fun. There is reimbursement for whole body vibration therapy. These are the CPT codes. So you're looking at those rehabilitative codes such as therapeutic exercise, gait training, neuromuscular reeducation. Some clinics will utilize it on a cash pay basis. So I've seen on average maybe charging $1 per minute for a session of whole body vibration therapy, or they'll create packages for the patient to save them money. You do have the option of actually becoming a reseller with whole body vibration therapy and tapping into the dropship program, where we'll dropship directly to your patients so that your patients have the option of purchasing a unit for in-home use. And some will actually utilize whole body vibration therapy as simply a complimentary free service. Let's run through some contraindications. So as I talk about the contraindications and also precautions, please keep in mind this is traditionally minded medicine for these contraindications. Pregnancy, and you'll notice with the contraindications, many of these are acute conditions where we don't want to exacerbate a condition. Obviously, if there's thrombosis or DVT, we don't want to risk a pulmonary embolism. New pacemakers and implants, things like that, we want to make sure those leads are fully secure, everything's healed. Recent surgeries of any kind, acute hernia, active tumor, acute retinal detachment, acute discopathy, again, acute conditions. Your precautions, where you're going to utilize a little bit more, clinical judgment. Again, we certainly do have pacemaker patients that can benefit from this technology once those leads are nice and solid and healed. Precautions with artificial joints and implants. Cancer's an interesting one. There's a lot of data for cancer. There's an ongoing study for chemo-induced neuropathies with whole body vibration therapy. There's use in pediatric patients post-cancer therapy. So this is actually an interesting area for whole body vibration therapy. All right, moving right along. I'd like to cover some case studies with you. Case study number 1, this is before whole body vibration therapy. It's a 21-year-old Bulgarian female. She basically utilized whole body vibration therapy on the weekends only. She did it very brief sessions, 1 minute at a time, rested, but she did do multiple 1-minute sessions throughout the day. She had complaints of cellulite, tiredness, and consistent leg cramps that would wake her up at night. She's now 29, and I want to emphasize it didn't take 8 years for the benefits to take place, but this is just today and everything where she is. Most of your studies and your data, you're looking at anywhere from 6 weeks, 10 weeks, even 6 months for sometimes for endpoints. Results, reduced cellulite. She also noticed increased urination. She felt as if her kidneys were functioning better and she was detoxifying. She had increased energy and a significant decrease, only 1 or 2 leg cramps, period, over the past year, whereas they used to have them regularly waking her up in the middle of the night. She also reported increased metabolism. She's able to eat many foods and still stay the same size. She did become pregnant, so she stopped utilizing whole body vibration therapy, and she noted lower energy and the return of cellulite really right away. She did reference low back pain as well, but that could also, of course, be just simply from the pregnancy. Case study number 2. Okay, this is me. So I'm going to share some information. I wish I had a little bit more time. I need to learn to speak faster, I think. Caucasian female. I initiated whole body vibration therapy at the age of 41. I averaged maybe 5 to 10 minutes per day, 3 to 5 days per week. I was probably about 133 pounds or so when I initiated whole body vibration therapy. I had complaints of cellulite, vertigo, significant vertigo. How many people have had vertigo? You're lucky, not that many, but those that you've had it is not a fun condition. I also demonstrated some Raynaud's symptoms, so I had the cold, numb fingers, and it was pretty much daily. And I also had some degenerative lumbar spine. I'm an athlete, so very active, lots of trauma and stress to the low back. I'd have back pain anywhere from a 4 to 8 out of 10, really intermittent in nature. Again, I noticed results really right away. You can see benefits even as early as 2 weeks to 4 weeks. So I've been utilizing whole body vibration therapy for about 6 years, and I've been doing it consistently. It's my intention to really do it forever. I see the benefits, I see the value, I see what it's done for me. I do whole body vibration therapy 5 to 10 minutes on average, maybe 3 to 5 days per week now. I also do walk my dog about 15 to 20 minutes per day. I'm a good 15 pounds lighter, and I actually didn't even intend to do that. It was just a natural effect of the whole body vibration therapy that I lost about 15 pounds and just became tighter and toner. None to minuscule cellulite. I haven't had one bout of vertigo since I started initiating whole body vibration therapy. And I do live in a cold climate in Colorado. I've barely had any incidents of Raynaud's, maybe once or twice the past winter. Still, of course, having the degenerative disc, but now if I have any pain, it's more of a discomfort, maybe a 2 or 3 on the pain scale. So very, very much improved. And I should note, I don't see any reason why I'm not going to just keep getting better. You know, I'm just going to keep getting better. I feel better now than I did in my 20s, and I just feel healthier and continue to improve in that regard. So I certainly feel blessed. I've got increased energy, well-being, a super fast metabolism. I feel flexible and strong, tighter and toner, and improved posture. Now, some of you may be thinking, I'm not so impressed with your posture. Yeah, but I was like this before I started whole body vibration therapy. I am a work in progress. My posture is improving, and I can show you how to use the machine to help your posture as well. Case study number 3. This is our final case study. Before whole body vibration therapy, this is a Caucasian female. She was an overweight female. 5'6", 220 pounds. At some point, she was also weighing about 235 pounds. She initiated whole body vibration therapy in 2014. She did therapy 10 minutes per day, 2 times per day. So for weight loss, it is beneficial to do it more than once per day. I can talk to you more about that offline. She utilized the machine. She would select 10 different power poses and do those poses for 1 minute at a time for a total of 10 minutes of therapy. Additionally, she did discontinue soda and fried foods. She utilized whole body vibration as her exercise. Within 8 months, she actually lost 60 pounds. And even now, she's maintained that weight at about 175 pounds. She reports, daily use made me feel good and have more energy. My clothes started to fit better. I feel like a whole new person with so much more confidence. I feel so good about myself. Having the convenience of the machine at home and only taking 10 minutes per session, it made it possible for her to get the weight off and keep the weight off. This is our case study number 3, 2014, before whole body vibration therapy. And this is 8 months later, 160 pounds. Yay. All right, one more time. We're going to wrap this up. Okay, I'm going to be strong and courageous. Let's close those eyes, please. One more time. Play along with me here, if you will. At the beginning, we had you visualize yourself. We had you visualize yourself igniting the fountain of youth within you. Let's take it a step further. I want you to think about your patients, your family, your friends, whoever comes to mind. I want you to visualize yourself and all of those around you, this entire world, feeling pain-free, vibrant, joyful, energized, radiant, glowing, complete and total health for all. That feels amazing, and this is why we're here, to feel amazing. If we can pick something, anything, a technology that helps us feel amazing, that's what it's all about. Open your eyes. Thank you for playing with me. In conclusion, whole body vibration therapy is cellular exercise. Let's cleanse and rejuvenate our whole body from the inside out. You're just 10 minutes per day away from the fountain of youth within you. My wish, my desire for each and every one of you and for all is that may you forever feel fit, fun, and young.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Perfect. And your own personal candidness of
Yes.
sharing about from the time that you were your last 6 years.
Yeah.
In fact, if we have our 6th anniversary coming up,
I know.
you were just getting into it at that time.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
I know.
All right.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my
Come on
goodness,
up
thank
here.
you so much. Come up here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, photographer.
Okay, you like that?
Yeah, I do.
I do have, who is going to complain about your posture?
I know.
Really?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.